Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Good morning, guys. Welcome to my channel. I am Jasman Shah as your partner to discuss many things about English. And the topic that we're discussing today is model auxiliaries. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, model auxiliary is one of very important topic that you need to understand and use for daily communication in writing or in other skills of English. So to start our class today, I'm showing you a slide that I got from Betty's website, one of the grammar experts in English. Well, let's start the class today. Um, Starting the class, I show you this sentence. Let's analyze of the sentence. Somebody should clean up this mess. Somebody should clean up this mess. Which one of this word from the sentence, which one is models, auxiliaries? That's right. The word should here is a model. Somebody should clean up this mess. Should here belongs to model auxiliaries. Okay. The form of modal auxiliary, there are some forms of modal auxiliaries in English. First, can. Cans mean able to. Like Inga can play the violin. Can play. Inga bisa dapat mampu bermain biola. The word can here is a model yang bermakna dapat atau mampu. And then the past form of can is could. For example, they couldn't arrive on time. This is negative sentence. Could not become couldn't. They couldn't arrive on time. Mereka tidak bisa datang tepat waktu. The word could here is modal auxiliaries. And number 3 is may. May here is modal auxiliary. For example, it may be a nice day tomorrow. It may be a nice day tomorrow. And then made. Made is past form of may. It may be a nice day tomorrow. It may be a nice day tomorrow. And then should. For example, Inga should go inside. Should here is a modal auxiliaries. And then had better. The word had better, or place the had better here is kinds of modal auxiliary. For example, you had better go inside. You had better go inside. Kamu sebaiknya, lebih baik masuk ke dalam. Translate in English. And the next one is must. Must mean have to atau harus. For example, he must be gentle with the cat. But the word must plus be here means dia pasti gentle with the cat. Berani dengan kucing. And then the next one is a will. Will here is kinds of modal auxiliaries. For example, they will attend the recital. Will attend. And then the next one is would. Would is past form of will. I would like to. I would like. The word would here is modal auxiliaries. All right. Can, could, should, must, would, may, had, better, will is kinds of modal auxiliaries. Remember, ladies and gentlemen, if you wanna use of this modal auxiliaries in a sentence, in writing or in speaking, one important thing is don't use too after modal auxiliary. Again, don't followed by to after modal, like can, to, or could to. No. You have to say can, could, should, and blah 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 plus verb one, followed by verb form, directly followed by verb one, not followed by to verb to infinitive, but can go, could go, should come, must buy, etc. You cannot say Inga can to play. No, the better one is Inga can play the violin. And the second one, the word after modal auxiliary is original word without s or es, or without adding anything. It must be verb one, originally verb one, without adding s, es, or others additional at the end of the verb. So when say Inga can play the violin, not Inga can play. S here is not relevant with the sentence. Can play without S. So the sentence will become Inga can play. Or you cannot say Inga can play. Play. Because played is past tense. So it is also wrong. You have to say Inga can play the violin. Or you want to say Inga can play, adding ing at the end of the verb. Also is wrong. Right. There are some others auxiliaries that can use in English. The first one have to. The first one is have to. Have to is the same meaning with must. Jadi kata have to itu maknanya sama dengan must, yaitu harus. For example, you have to be on time. Kamu harus datang tepat waktu. Sama dengan kalimat you must on time. You must come on time, for example. You must go. You must arrive on time. And the next one is have got to. For example, he has got to be on time. He has got to be on time. And then be able to. Be able to is like can. Bisa, mampu. He is able to be on time. He is able to be on time. And then ought to. Ought to. For example, he ought to be on time. He ought to be on time. In this sentence, we can use a to and then followed by simple form. To be on time. You have to, you have, has got to, able to, ought to. It is the phrase that you have to use together between one to another. Have must with to. Has got to, is able to, ought to. Okay, let's practice the usage of auxiliary verb, auxiliary in English, modal auxiliaries. She has, which one? With to or without to? Great. The best one here is you can say she has to learn. You cannot say she has learned, but it has to learn. Has to is one package, cannot be separated. Okay. And number two, she made blah 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 learn how to skate. She made blah 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 learn how to skate. What's the answer? To or without to? Yes, without to, because may and made kind of followed by to. You cannot say, you can't say she made to learn. You have to say she might learn how to skate, because made must be followed by verb 1 or present tense without any additional at the end of the verb. She should blah 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 learn how to skate. She should blah 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 learn how to skate. What's the choice here? Yes. Here, as well as the word made before, you have to say she should learn, not she should to learn, because should must be followed by verb 1 or present tense without additional pronoun at the end of the verb. Right, let's continue our discussion. Can and could is used for expressing ability. I told you before that can or could mean able to, bermakna dapat atau bisa atau mampu. For example, I can't believe that. I can't believe that. Aku tidak mempercayai, tidak bisa mempercayai. Okay. Contoh yang lain, for example, dolphins can jump. Bisa mampu melompat. They can swim long distances. Kata can di sini bermakna mampu atau bisa, dapat. Okay. They can be taught fancy tricks. Okay. Jadi can bermakna ability in present or future. Bermakna bisa atau mampu atau dapat in present or in the future. Untuk sekarang atau akan datang. Right. To make it into a negative sentence, you just add it not after can or could. So the sentence become negative sentence. For example, I cannot become I can't fix this computer. You can say I can or I cannot or I cannot fix this computer. Boleh salah satunya kita gunakan. Saya tidak bisa, tidak mampu, tidak dapat memperbaiki komputer ini. Oke, ada 3 cara untuk membuatnya menjadi kalimat negatif. Ami can play tennis. This is the positive sentence. Okay, can play tennis. Jadi untuk stressing kalimatnya, Ami can play tennis. Play tennis. Dog can't play tennis. Can't play tennis. Jadi stressingnya ada di can. Dog can't play tennis. Can't play tennis. When we were in college, we could play chess for hours. Kata could play sama tadi yang could plus form of can. Negative form is I could not. Could plus not become couldn't. Couldn't play chess in graduate school. I had to study all the time. Okay. Couldn't or could not. Jadi boleh kita gunakan couldn't kalau disingkat. Kalau misalnya tidak disingkat, become could not. Mia can use a camera. Mia is able to use a camera. Jadi tadi saya sudah sampaikan sebelumnya bahwa kata can itu semakna dengan kata able to. Jadi memiliki makna yang sama. Jadi antara kalimat pertama dan kedua dalam slide ini tidak memiliki perbedaan makna. Mia can use a camera. Mia is able to use a camera. The meaning is the same. Or Mia could use a camera. Atau Mia was able to use a camera. Be able to itu bermakna sama, yaitu untuk menyatakan bisa atau dapat atau mampu. Ability, kemampuan. Ya, mananya sama yang di atas ya. Jadi antara ini mananya sama. Kalau ini dalam bentuk present, ini untuk past tense. Okay, let's go to practice our understanding. So he is always sorry. He is always upset when he blah blah blah. Can or can't? Yes. He is always upset when he can't remember. Dia selalu kecewa ketika dia tidak dapat mengingat sesuatu. Can't. A dolphin di atasnya, okay, tidak dapat melompat. Tidak dapat berlari. But it, okay, can jump. Jadi lumba-lumba itu tidak bisa berlari, tapi lumba-lumba bisa lompat. Okay, you blah 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 bring a horse to water, but you blah 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 make him a drink. Anda titik-titik membawa seekor kuda ke air, tapi Anda titik-titik membuat dia meminum air. Okay, you good. You can bring a horse. Anda bisa bawa kuda ke air, tetapi you can't make him drink. Anda tidak akan bisa, tidak akan mampu, tidak akan bisa membuat kuda itu minum air. Okay, and then the word the modal auxiliary may, made, and may be is used for expressing possibility. Kedua, kemudian may and can be used for expressing a permission. Jadi kata may, made, and maybe itu digunakan untuk mengungkapkan kemungkinan. Meanwhile, may di satu sisi, may and can juga bisa digunakan expressing a permission untuk ungkapan perizinan, permission. For example, maybe Alice heard some bad news. Maybe Alice heard some bad news. Mungkin, kemungkinan Alice mendengar berita yang kurang baik atau yang buruk. Jadi kata maybe here is used for expressing possibility in English. Another example like it may snow this week. It may snow this week. Kemungkinan minggu ini salju. It may snow. Jadi untuk menyatakan kemungkinan. Okay. Jadi may and made for possibility expression. Okay. Can we finish this by Monday? I don't know. We may be ready by then. Kata maybe di sini untuk mengungkapkan perkiraan atau kemungkinan terjadi atau siap. We may be ready by then. It might not snow this week. Kalau negatifnya, it might not snow this week. It might not snow this week. Itu bentuk negatif dari kalimat sebelumnya yang dalam bentuk positif. Negatifnya adalah may not. Jadi nggak bisa disingkat. Jadi may not langsung may plus not, may plus not. No contraction. Tidak bisa digabungkan atau disingkat. Okay, maybe it will snow tomorrow. Compare. Maybe the test will be hard. Okay. Apa bedanya? Kalau maybe it will snow tomorrow, okay, di dalam kalimat itu adalah sebagai ada fungsi yang sebagai adverb, ada yang berfungsi sebagai verb. Kalau dia di awal kalimat, if the word may be at the beginning of the sentence, maybe the test will be hard, the function as adverb, fungsinya sebagai kata keterangan. Meanwhile, if the word may be, the written is separated, tulisannya dipisah, the position is in the middle of the sentence as the verb, kemungkinan dia fungsinya adalah sebagai verb, katakan. Jadi may be the test, jadi may be disusul adverb, sedangkan the test may be hard, kata may be di sini fungsinya adalah sebagai verb. Maybe possibility beginning of the sentence kalau di awal kalimat ya. Kemudian maybe the main verb may itu sebagai main verbnya in the middle of the sentence. Okay, you may borrow my pen. You may borrow my pen. Kata may borrow itu sebagai verb. Sure, you can borrow my pen. Jadi penggunaannya sedikit berbeda. Kalau yang may borrow itu more formal, sedangkan you can borrow is less formal, terlalu formal. Yeah. May, permission, can often used to. Oke, negatifnya ini you may not borrow my pen, you cannot borrow my pen. Yeah. Okay, let's practice. I blah 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 done with this project tomorrow. Which one? Maybe or maybe? Great. Maybe because the position as the predikat after subject. Jadi posisinya sebagai verb. I may be done. How about this? Maybe or maybe? Good. Maybe pastinya yang pertama ya. Karena dia posisinya sebagai adverb. Maybe or can. The boss told me that blah 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 use the color printer. Okay. Yes, that we can use. And then now we go to the next model is could. Could is past tense, past form of can. To express sama. Fungsinya adalah to express a possibility. This could be a long walk. This could be. Jadi tadi can jadi could. Could you understand the lecture? Not really. I could only understand the first few minutes. Jadi could, bisakah Anda memahami kuliah itu? Not really. Tidak terlalu. I could only. Saya hanya dapat memahami the first few minutes, di menit-menit awal. Oke, jadi could itu untuk possibility, tetapi untuk past tense. Kegunaannya karena past tense. Why isn't anything working? Why isn't this working? I don't think it is serious. It could just be a weak battery. It could just be weak battery. It's a possibility. Jadi kata could di situ untuk mengatakan possibility juga bisa sama dengan kata may. Jadi present possibility. Jadi pada kalimat I don't think it is serious. It could just be a weak battery. Ini juga sama kata could di sini di samping tadi untuk bermakna ability, jadi kata could juga bisa digunakan untuk mengungkapkan kemungkinan. This error could cause the problem in the whole company. Kesalahan ini kemungkinan dapat menyebabkan masalah di semua perusahaan. Could cause. Jadi could. On this sentence, this could is for future possibility. Let's practice. I'd like to visit a beautiful place. We could go to Thailand. I'd like to visit beautiful place. Present or future? Of course future because the word I would like itu kan bermakna saya ingin. Ya ingin berarti sesuatu yang belum terjadi, maka future. We could go to Thailand. Oh no, this could be a problem. How about this? Oh no, this could be a problem. The word could here, of course, ya, akan bermasalah nantinya gitu. Jadi nah kalian bentuk future. This car doesn't run. The battery could be dead. Present or future? Yes. Jadi untuk menyatakan kemungkinan kini mungkin baterainya mati. Karena kata kalian doesn't run itu menunjukkan present. The battery could be dead. Oke, kemudian some other auxiliaries digunakan for make question politely. Polite question like may I, could I, can I. Saya digunakan membuat kalimat tanya yang dimana kalimat tanya itu menjadi sehalus sopan gitu. May I help you? May I help you? Kan boleh. Saya bantu apa? Bisa saya bantu. Itu untuk kalimat sopan. May I please take your picture? Could I please take your picture? Can I please take your picture? Jawabannya bisa macam-macam. Kan seperti itu pertanyaan untuk pertanyaan. May I, could I, can I? Bisa yes, of course, okay, yes, of course, sure, certainly, sorry, not today, yes, certainly, oh, okay. If for polite question, you can say, may I, could I, can I? Contoh yang lain misalnya, may I borrow your pen, please? Kalau mau dinamakan lagi di ujungnya kata please. May I have your money, please? Dan sebagainya. Ya, ini tambah sopan, please. At the end itu menunjukkan kalimat yang lebih sopan. Tanpa please juga sebenarnya nggak ada masalah. Can I take your picture, please? Can I take your picture? Dua-duanya boleh, tapi kalau diakhiri dengan kata please itu menunjukkan lebih sopan, more polite of our sentence. Okay, let's choose of this. Yes or no? Can I please borrow your car? Please-nya di tengah nih. Yes or no? Okay, good. Yeah. Can I please borrow your car? Yeah, you can say that. May I borrow your car? Boleh nggak? Can we say, may I borrow your car? Say, good. Yes, of course. Could I borrow please your car? Yes or no? Mm-hmm. Oh, yes. No, of course. Karena please itu jangan diletakkan setelah predikat. Can I borrow your car please? Boleh. Atau can I please borrow your car? Masih boleh. Oke. Kemudian selain tadi juga bisa menggunakan model untuk to make a polite question. Misalnya menggunakan would or could or will or can. Misalnya would you please sit still? Misalnya, would you please sit still? Say would you itu untuk pertanyaan yang sangat sopan. Would you please explain that again? Maukah Anda menjelaskannya kembali? That is a very polite question. Could you please explain that again? Will you please explain that again? Tapi kalimat di atasnya lebih santun, lebih sopan. Sebenarnya secara mana nggak ada masalah. Will you, can please explain that again? Basically the same meaning. Ya, so, kalau misalnya kita mau jawab pertanyaan-pertanyaan tadi ya seperti ini bisa. Would you please? Yes, sure. Yes, of course. Certainly, okay, of course. I'd be glad to. I'm sorry, I don't have time. Itu pertanyaan seperti itu. Oke, tapi tidak bisa kita misalnya membuat kalimat seperti ini. May you please explain. May you please explain. Jadi bisa mengatakan, may you please explain. Jadi kalau would you, could you, will you ya boleh. Tapi kalau kata may, no. Let's practice. Could you wash my car yesterday? Mm-hmm. Could you wash my car yesterday? Nah, ini kan bentuk lampau. Could you itu digunakan bukan untuk dalam konteks kalimat tanya, it is used for present. Will you wash my car, please? Yes or no? Mm-hmm. Yes, good. May you please wash my car? Yes or no? Mm-hmm. Yeah, no, of course. Okay, and then next auxiliary is a model. Auxiliary is should. Should is used for expressing advice. Should and ought to digunakan untuk mengungkapkan ekspresi saran, advice saran, pemberian saran. You should go home and get some rest. Mereka sebaiknya. Itu kan dalam bentuk saran. For example, I have a headache. I should take a nap. I have a headache. I ought to take a nap. Ini juga dalam bentuk kalimat untuk giving advice. I should to take. Okay, I should to take. Kenapa ini salah? Should take a nap. I should take a nap boleh. Should langsung take. Gitu. Atau I ought taking. No, harus kan tadi. Harus I ought to. Misalnya pasangannya ought to itu selalu pasangan ought plus to sama dan have to. Kalau should tidak bisa diikuti oleh to. Jadi I should take a nap. Kalau mau kalimatnya sesuai dengan kaidah tata bahasa. Atau kalau misalnya yang C ingin kalimat dan jadi I ought to take a nap. Jadi to ya, should diikuti oleh simple form of verb, ought to diikuti oleh to, baru diikuti oleh simple form. You need to study. You should not go. Jadi should ditambah not boleh atau disingkat shouldn't. You need to study. You shouldn't go out. You need to study. You should not. Oke, keduanya boleh dipakai. Boleh disingkat, boleh dipisah. Oke, seperti itu. Jadi ought not usually used in negative. Biasanya ought to itu digunakan. Tidak biasa digunakan dalam kalimat negatif. Should sekali lagi, should dengan ought itu mananya sama-sama bermakna for expressing of advice, untuk mengungkapkan saran, untuk memberikan saran. Tapi kalau ought to digunakan pada kalimat positif. Tidak lazim, tidak biasa digunakan dalam kalimat negatif. Sedangkan should bisa digunakan untuk keduanya. Oke. I don't understand the assignment. What should I do? What should I do? Question should, subject, main verb. What should I do? Should, subject, kemudian main verb, kata kerja. What should I do? Apa yang seharusnya saya kerjakan? I don't understand the assignment. What should I do? Oke, sedangkan untuk ought to itu tidak biasa digunakan dalam kalimat hanya. Jadi ought to itu hanya digunakan dalam kalimat pernyataan. Tidak untuk negatif atau interrogative atau question. Tapi kalau should bisa untuk ketiganya. Positif, negatif, interrogatif atau kalimat tanya. Kita bisa melakukan dengan begitu. You should come in to see me. Okay. You ought to come. Boleh. Jadi you should diganti dengan you ought to. Boleh. Ya, digunakan. Karena ini kalimatnya kan afirmatif, positif. Maybe you should come to see me. Maybe you should. Oke, tadi maybe ya kita udah bahas sebelumnya. Adverb. Maybe you ought to come. Ini juga bisa kita gunakan. Maybe you ought to come in to see me. Jadi maybe kalau misalnya diawali dengan maybe, kemudian subjek diikuti oleh should or ought to, sopan advice. Jadi saran yang lebih yang sangat sopan. Kemudian saran yang sangat sopan. Maybe you should. Should itu sudah sopan. Tambahin dengan maybe should. You should. Maybe I should go now. Okay. Okay, let's practice. I need a book about geology. What is the answer here? You should go to the library. I need a book. Jadi, aduh, I'm sick. For example, I'm sick. Kalau misalnya someone listen up your statement, pasti akan memberikan saran kan. You should go home and take rest, for example. You should go home. Atau, I'm so hungry today. Maka sarannya apa? You should go for lunch, for having lunch. Atau you should go to the restaurant for having dinner or lunch. I need to book about biology. You ought to go to the library. Saya mengatakan tadi ya, ought to sama should. You ought to go to the library. I need to book. Nah ini kalau misalnya lebih sopan lagi, kita bisa menggunakan maybe you should go to the library. Diawali dengan maybe, and then ikut subjek baru should. Maybe you should go to the library. Nah, kemudian had better sama yang tadi adalah for giving advice, for expressing advice kita bisa menggunakan kata had better. Frase had better. They had better go home and get some rest. They had better go home and get some rest. Di sini mereka sebaiknya pulang dan beristirahat. Jadi yang bermakna berian saran itu adalah should, ought to, had better. Tiga-tiganya bisa digunakan for giving advice to someone. Ya, memiliki mana yang sama. Should, ought to, had better, the same meaning. Good idea, good advice. Contoh yang lain misalnya he'd better be careful. His pan is on fire. He'd better, dia lebih baik berhati-hati. Sebaiknya berhati-hati kira-kira begitu. Jadi singkat had itu kalau dalam kalimat bisa disingkat. Misalnya he ditambah had menjadi he'd. I ditambah had menjadi I'd. Ya, she had menjadi she'd. You had menjadi you'd gitu ya. Atau boleh disambung he had better. Tapi kalau tulisannya disingkat maka bacanya pun disingkat. He'd better be careful. I'd better. You'd better atau you had better. Nah, biasanya untuk warning katanya di sini ada ucapan had better is usually used for warning, untuk peringatan, untuk memberikan ingatan atau warning. Let's practice. Should better atau you had better quit watching TV all day. Possible bad results. Okay. You'd better quit watching. Eat too much. Hurt your eyes. Not study enough. Not exercise. Possible bad result, yang kemungkinan dampak yang buruknya gimana? Kalau misalnya you'd better quit. Anda sebaiknya berhenti menonton TV sepanjang hari. Karena possible bad results, eat too much, hurt your eyes, apa? Makan bisa banyak, bisa hurt, melukai mata, not study enough, waktu belajarnya tidak cukup, not exercise enough. Not exercise enough, jadi tidak cukup untuk berolahraga waktunya untuk nonton TV sepanjang hari. He'd better not work there. Dia sebaiknya, ini peringatan. Jadi ya, he'd better itu kepada untuk warning. He'd better not work there. Possible bad result-nya apa? Ya, bisa fall, bisa get hurt, bisa be embraced. Okay? Bisa di embrace. He'd better work there, kan dia sebaiknya tidak berjalan di sana. Masa fail a test gitu, nggak mungkin kan fail a test. Atau get the flu, pilek atau he'd better stay awake in school. Possible bad result-nya apa? What is the possible bad result this situation? Missing something, get in trouble, fail test. Okay, bisa. Okay. Kemudian modal auxiliary adalah have to, have, got to, and must. Jadi maknanya sama ya, bermakna harus. Expressing necessity, keharusan. This man has to wear, harus. This man has to wear ear protection, perlindungan telinga, gitu, karena dia lagi bekerja dengan suara yang bising. I want to become a doctor. I have to go to the medical school. Atau bisa diganti dengan I have got to go to medical school. Atau bisa dengan ungkapan yang lain I must go. Jadi have to, ingat have to itu satu paket, nggak bisa dipisah. Sama dan have got to itu satu frase. Kalau must tidak diikuti oleh must to. Okay. Ini juga dalam soal-soal TOEFL suka ada muncul. Jadi tiga-tiganya boleh kita gunakan dalam bahasa Inggris. I want to be doctor. Saya ingin menjadi dokter. I have to go to medical school. I have got to go to medical school or I must. Mananya sama ya. Have to, have got to, have better. Memiliki mana yang sama atau must ya. Sesuatu yang penting. Okay. I need to hurry. I have to go to soccer practice. It is late. We have got to go home. Ya, it's late. We have got to go. Kami harus pulang. Everyone must wear, harus seat belt on airplane. Sally, you must clean your room every night. Kata must itu untuk menunjukkan suatu keharusan, kewajiban. You must wear, kamu harus menggunakan sabuk pengaman. You must clean, kamu harus membersihkan your room every night. Have to, we have got to go home. We have got to go home. Most common ya have to, kita informal conversation biasanya digunakan untuk informal conversation. Written instruction, jadi kalau must untuk lebih pada umumnya ya, written instruction. Jadi secara makna nggak ada sama, memiliki mana yang sama. You must clean your room. You must clean your room untuk perintah tertulis gitu, perintah yang written. Kalau have to itu umum sekali digunakan, kalau yang have got to itu dari dalam percakapan informal biasanya. Ya. Do you have to? Karena kalau misalnya membuat kalimat tanya berarti do you have to wear? Apakah kamu harus menggunakan seatbelt your car? Did they all have to come? Nah, kalau kalimatnya dalam bentuk past tense maka do menjadi did. Apakah mereka harus datang? In the past pastinya. Jadi questionnya have got to. Dalam kalimat tanya, jadi dalam kalimat tanya yang sering digunakan adalah have to kalau menggunakan kata tanya dengan auxiliary do or does atau did. Do you have to wear? Do we have to? Jadi jarang digunakan atau tidak lazim kan? Do you must wear atau do you have got to? Tapi yang paling lazim digunakan kalau misalnya dalam kalimat tanya adalah have to. Do you have to wear? Did they all have to come? Oke. Jadi tadi, nah ini juga tidak lazim digunakan, misalnya menjadi do you have got to atau do they all have got to, itu tidak. Atau do you must wear atau did they all must, itu tidak lazim. Nah, kalau untuk bentuk lampau, kan nanti semuanya ini, semua tadi have to, have got to, must itu menjadi satu, yaitu menggunakan had to. Bermakna harus, necessity, tapi untuk times atau tense yang lampau atau past tense. We had to clean up this mess. We had to. Jadi untuk semua jenis frase tadi, kata dan frase itu untuk past tense-nya bisa diganti, diubah menjadi had to. Ini untuk pronunciation-nya ada beberapa yang sering kita dengar, misalnya had to itu biasanya untuk dibaca I have to, has to menjadi Jason has to work, got to menjadi I've got to menjadi I've got to cook, Jadi kalau kalian mendengar kata have to, itu adalah singkatan. Have to itu singkatan dari have to. Kalau has ini apabila subjeknya orang ketiga tunggal ya, misalnya she, he, it atau nama orang personal, jadi she has to. I've got to, I've got to. Jadi singkatannya gotta. Ini hasta, ini hatta. Ada have to or had to or has to or gotta or gotta. Jadi kalau nanti Anda mendengar when I'm talking with the native speaker and then you listen to the pronounce like have, I had to or has to, nah itu singkatan dari has to, have to. Let's go to practice it. Do I must wash? Ini boleh nggak kita pakai? Do I must wash all the dishes? Oke, of course no. Karena tadi ya, must itu tidak bisa digunakan dalam kalimat tanya. Ya. Jadi harus menggunakan do I must, do I have to wash? Ya, do I have to wash? Kalau ini boleh dong. Do I have to wash? Oke, of course, correct. Do I have got to? Boleh nggak? No, sama kan have got to itu tidak bisa digunakan dalam kalimat tanya, membuat kalimat tanya. Jadi kalau untuk membuat kalimat negatif, kita misalnya must not talk on the phone while you are driving. You mustn't talk. Must not menjadi mustn't talk on the phone. Kamu tidak diharuskan untuk bicara, tidak boleh. Jadi apa penggunaan expressing lack of necessity, kurang penting, kurang harus, tidak harus gitu. Artinya tidak harus. Kurang. Do not have to. Expressing prohibition, malah do not have to itu digunakan untuk larangan. Jadi you mustn't talk itu bermakna larangan. You must not talk. Kamu dilarang bicara di telepon. Jadi kata must not, ya, must yang tadinya mana harus ketika kita makan not jadi mustn't itu bermakna larangan. I mowed the yard yesterday. I don't have to mow. I don't have. Saya this on this. Jadi itu untuk larangan. Jadi I don't have to itu larang gitu. This weekend. Not necessary. Alisa is vacation. She doesn't have to go to work. Tidak boleh. She doesn't have to go artinya tidak boleh kerja hari ini. You must not swim here. You must not swim ya. Dilarang berenang di sini. Jadi must not itu di sini bermakna larangan. You mustn't swim in this water. Prohibition. Do not do this. Okay? Do not do this. You mustn't throw. Kamu tidak boleh membuang sampah in this garden. Must not, mustn't. Okay. Let's practice. We clean the house this morning. We clean the house this morning. We don't have to clean the house now. We don't have to. Kami tidak boleh membersihkan rumah sekarang. We clean the house this morning. I cook dinner this morning. I don't have to cook dinner. Untuk tadi ya, larangan. Saya tidak boleh memasak malam to cook. Swimming is prohibited. You must not. Jadi must juga sering digunakan for making logical conclusion, untuk membuat kesimpulan yang logis. Mary and Artie are smiling. They must be happy. Kata must yang kemudian diikuti oleh kata sifat biasanya itu bermakna pastinya atau membuat kesimpulan. Jadi Mary and Artie are smiling. Mary dan Artie itu saling tersenyum. Mereka pasti bahagia kalau itu. They must be happy. Dikata they must itu di sini bermakna membuat simpulan akhir, memastikan bahwa itu terjadi. The woman is very funny. She must be a comedian. Misalnya kalian misalnya melihat orang jalan pakaiannya compang-camping, terus ngomong kemana-mana, Anda bisa membuat kesimpulan, she must be a crazy boy atau crazy person misalnya. Jadi, so that woman is very funny, she must be. Perempuan itu lucu sekali. Gitu. She must be a comedian. Dia pasti dia adalah seorang komedian. Okay, my friends when sky they must be brave. Teman saya skydiving, dia pasti berani. Kesimpulannya ada dia orang yang berani. to become a scientist, you must go to college. Necessity. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, I think this is our discussion today. Dari awal tadi dari yang sampaikan bagaimana penggunaan dari modal auxiliary dan banyak sekali kita gunakan dalam sehari-hari baik dalam writing, speaking, sehingga audien para viewer itu harus kembali membaca lagi, berlatih lagi menggunakan kalimat yang terkait dengan modal auxiliaries. Thank you very much for your watching. Don't forget to subscribe channel ini kalau kalian suka. Untuk memberikan komen kalau ada sesuatu yang perlu Anda berikan komentar di bawah sebagai perbaikan untuk the next video ya. I'm Jasman Shah. Thank you very much for attention. See you. Bye bye. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.